Welcome. This is Michael DeLon with the Academy for Business Growth, and this is the Foundational Marketing Concepts class. Thank you for joining us. This is going to be an overview of foundational marketing concepts that you need to know if you're going to grow your business and if you're going to become a great marketer, which is really what it takes to grow your business. You have to understand these foundational marketing concepts. So we're going to walk through this and give you a strong foundation from which to grow. So let's get right into it. We begin everything with a drill bit and a hole. And the reason that we do that's the foundational aspect of everything that we teach at the Academy, because last year Black & Decker sold millions of quarter-inch drill bits. And it's been proven that everybody who bought one of those drill bits, of all those people, no one actually wanted to own a drill bit. What they wanted was a hole. They wanted a quarter-inch hole, and in order to get that, they had to buy the quarter-inch drill bit. Okay, that's a foundational marketing concept that you have to understand about your business and about your customer, and you have to understand what is it that your customer is actually paying for. What are they actually buying when they buy your product? Because once you understand that, then everything changes in your business. Okay, you have to understand what it is the customer is actually buying from you. What are they paying for? If they're looking for a hole, we need to be talking to them about the hole and how our product will help them get a great hole, not about the drill bit. We don't want to be talking about the drill bit, but that's what drill bit manufacturers talk about. They talk about the quality of the drill bit, the type of steel they use in the drill bit, the employees they have who make the drill bit, and how qualified they are, and their factory, and how long they've been in business. And all of that falls into the category of who cares. Okay, the customer doesn't care about you. They don't care about your drill bit. They don't care about your product. What they care about is getting what they want. And in this case, they want the hole. We need to focus everything we do on the hole as we communicate to the customer. So we're going to be looking at your business and asking the questions, what is it that the customer is actually paying for? What is the end result that they seek? And let's speak to that. Now, the second component that we have, the foundational component, is a definition of marketing to make sure we're all on the same page. We define marketing as everything you do to gain and retain a customer. Okay, that is a very simple definition of marketing. It's also a very holistic definition of marketing. And everything that we do at the Academy, it has a holistic nature about it, meaning that we're not just looking at one aspect of your business. We're looking at it holistically. We want to help you attract customers. We want to help you engage with them through a process very profitably. And then we want to help you retain those customers for life and get them to refer you to their friends, neighbors, relatives, and business associates so that your sphere of influence will grow rapidly without much more cost to you. Okay, those new referrals will come into the top of your funnel in the attraction phase, and that's a holistic process that you'll learn to build for your business through this course and through the other courses that the Academy offers. So it's a holistic approach to business growth. That's what we teach at the Academy, with the foundational concept that marketing is everything you do to gain and retain a customer. So from here, let's go to the three stages of business. Now, every business can be broken down into these three stages. And what we find is that when you break your business down into three separate stages like this, it becomes much easier and much more simple to understand and to build marketing components around each of these stages so that each stage actually becomes a profit center for your business. So the three stages of business are the attract stage, the engage stage, and the retain stage. Okay, attract stage is where we are putting in systems and strategies to attract customers to us. Okay, and then once we attract them to us, we move into the engage phase. The engage stage is where a customer first begins engaging with you, whether that's them picking up the telephone and calling you, whether that's hitting a website, or whether it's physically walking through your front door. Okay, that's engagement. And everything that we do in the engage stage needs to match, if not exceed, what we told them they would expect in the attract stage. Those two have to work together. Okay, so you see the arrows between the stages connecting them. What we say in the attract stage has to match what they experience in the engage phase. You're engaging with them. We're going to teach you many strategies to engage profitably. How do you increase your sales price so you increase your profits? So you raise prices. How do you do that? How do you cross-sell a customer? How do you upsell a customer? How do you build joint ventures with other businesses to always look for ways to increase the profit and the sales during that engage phase? Then, after the engage phase, we move into the retain phase. The retain phase is where you're trying to build lifetime value, or what we call LTV. Lifetime value of a customer. You've got to know what is that lifetime value of a customer. How much is one customer worth to you? So we're going to give you a formula to figure that out, and that is a key number that will inform how much money we can spend every month to attract a new customer. Okay, the retain phase is also where you are building those relationships with current customers, and you are getting them to come back to buy more, so it's repeat business. And we're going to help you develop a way to create referrals automatically so that you'll get referral business from your past customers. So that's what we call R&R. It's not rest and relaxation, it's repeat and referral business. Now, the retain stage is where you are going to generate much wealth in your business. That's where wealth is created in a business, is in the retain phase, bringing people back through the top of the attract phase. Engage, retain. It's a holistic process. The 3 stages of business. We're going to help you break your business down into these 3 stages so that you'll become much more profitable. Now, the alphabet maze is another foundational marketing concept that we'll talk about all the time. Now, the alphabet maze is the fact that most business owners want to take a prospect from A, which is the first time somebody may hear about you or the first time you may engage with somebody, and they want to take them all the way to Z, which is the completion of the sale, just as quickly as possible. Well, the reality is that between A and Z, there is a great big B through Y. Okay, there are a number of steps that most customers have to take before they're ready to get to Z. We have to understand the alphabet maze and how do we take a customer from A to B to C to D to E to F and patiently wait for them to need what you offer and sell. And during that process, as they're walking through the alphabet maze, you are engaging with them, you are informing them, you are educating them, you are helping them understand how to make a good buying decision about your product and service. All the while, you are positioning yourself in their mind as the source for what you offer, so that when the day comes that they make that decision, you are the only choice of who they're going to do business with. And during that process, guess what? You're educating them. Do you think that they're talking about that with other people? So you're also automatically seeding a number of referrals throughout the alphabet maze. We're going to teach you how to use the alphabet maze for your benefit and how it can be a great profit center for your business. Now, the other foundational marketing concept is what we call the marketing triad. Now, this is the triad of the message, your market, and your medium. Okay, all 3 of these are critically important if you're going to succeed in business. You have to understand your message. We will help you uncover and discover your unique selling proposition. What is the message that is uniquely and wonderfully yours? Because that is the message that's going to set you apart from your competition, and that's the message that's going to help you dominate your market. Most businesses have no message at all. Many businesses communicate the wrong message. We're going to help you develop the right message. Then we go to the market. Okay, your market there are thousands of markets you could go after, but we try to isolate the market in terms of current customers, in terms of lost customers, those who have done business with you before but are no longer coming in to do business with you, and then the ideal customers. Who is your ideal customer? Let's profile them, and then let's go out and find more people just like that. Because if they're your ideal customer, we want to clone and can those customers. We want to clone them. We want to get as many of those ideal customers as possible. So that's how we're going to go after your marketing. Then we go to the medium, and in medium we look at offline medium. Now that's newspapers and radio and TV and cable and outdoor and Valpaks and direct mail and all of the offline medium. And then we also look at online medium. So we look at your website, and we look at social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google, and LinkedIn, all of those online medium, email, things of that nature. And then what we do is we look to see how do we combine offline and online so that there is a synergistic approach to your medium to help you reach your market with a great message. That's the marketing triad. Again, it's a very holistic approach to how we'll go about helping you do your marketing. Now let's unpack each one of the 3 stages of business just a bit. The attract stage. Okay, so we talked about your message. It's what you say. Remember the drill bit in the hole. We're going to help you develop your message so that it'll attract more customers. We're going to talk about your positioning. Positioning is what happens in the mind of the customer. Every customer has a ladder in their mind and each rung is a different company. So if you think of, let's say, heating and air conditioning companies, you have a ladder in your mind, who's on top, who's on second, who's on third rung. What we want to do is understand those rungs of the ladder in the mind of the customer in your marketplace, and then help you position yourself on the top rung if possible. Sometimes it's not. And if it's not possible, what are we going to do then? How do we position you in the mind of the customer so that you become the premier service provider for what you do? Okay? We're going to talk a lot about positioning because it's critically important. Attracting through a website. So what is the purpose of your website? We have an entire course that talks about websites and social media and what's the purpose of your website, the different types of websites that you can have, what kind do you have, what kind do you want to have. How do you develop a website so it achieves the purpose that you want it for? Okay. The attracting phase, also risk-free offers and guarantees. We're going to help you craft a risk-free offer and establish a guarantee to cover your work, because what that does is that removes the barrier to entry for a customer. We're going to teach you about free reports and the importance of free reports that you can offer to the public, and then how to build your list from those free reports. It's a great way for you to increase the number of people you reach very cost effectively, and it allows people to raise their hand and say, I'm interested in what you do, and get them started through the alphabet maze. The targeted marketing that we do in the attract phase goes back to your ideal customer. Who do you want to attract, and how do we target them specifically versus doing general purpose marketing where you're just blasting your message to everybody. We're going to talk about e-newsletters filled with information and offers. How do you create e-newsletters and printed newsletters that you can get into the hands of prospects and future customers to drive them back to your business, to attract them to your business? We're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to talk a lot about joint ventures. Joint ventures are one of the best ways, most cost-effective ways to attract new customers. Joint ventures cost very, very little money to orchestrate and to put together, and there can be huge returns on investment in a very quick time when you structure a joint venture properly. We're going to teach you how to do that. And then lastly, webinars, or EEDMs, evergreen event-driven marketing. Okay, these are online webinars that you can put out for the public to come to. And again, it's a way to attract people to your business, get them started in the alphabet maze, separate yourself from the competition, position yourself in the mind of the customer, and start building into that customer, educating them and helping them understand what you offer, why you're the best, and why they should choose you when they are ready to do it. So that's all part of the attract phase. We're going to go deeply into each one of these. Now, the engage phase, we're going to talk about, again, your website. Once they hit your website and you've attracted them to your website, how are you going to engage with them at your website? Okay? Too many websites are too busy, and people get there and they don't know what to do. We're going to help you develop a very simple strategy on your website to engage profitably with those who come to your website. We're going to talk about phone etiquette. When somebody calls your business and you pick up the phone, what type of experience do they have? Too many times in businesses, we forget about the importance of that first phone call. It has to be a wow experience. Very simple to do. We're going to teach you how to do it. Outrageous customer service, it's just critical these days. It's really easy to do too because most of the competition has terrible customer service. So we're going to teach you some basic fundamental steps of how to have outrageous customer service. And again, it doesn't cost a lot of money. Then we're going to look at your decor and the look and feel of your business. If you've got a brick and mortar business, when somebody drives into your parking lot, what does the outside of your building look like as they walk through the door? What do they see? What do they smell? How does it feel? Are they greeted? Things of that nature. We're going to talk a lot about that because, again, those are real simple ways to make a big impression on somebody. We're going to look at your process. What processes do you have in place to engage with a customer from the moment they walk in your door through when they purchase your product? What is that process? Is it repeatable? Is it written? Can you teach it to others? So the process is real critical. We're going to talk about updates, status, and feedback. How do you keep customers updated if you have a long process? For instance, if you're going to be installing an air conditioning system, or if you're an auto guy and you're fixing their car and their car's in the shop for even a day or maybe 2 or 3 days, how often are you updating them? Are you doing that through phone, through email, through text, Facebook? What are you doing? How many different ways can you learn to update customers during that engage stage? We're going to teach you those. We're going to help you to understand to focus on the customer. During the engage phase, we're going to help you see your business from their eyes so that you can deliver a world-class experience from the customer's perspective. We're going to teach you how to put your customers at ease. When customers first doing business with somebody, especially if it's a new company they've never dealt with before, there's a resistance that's automatically built up. We're going to teach you how to remove those barriers that the customers have and put them at ease. And when they're at ease, they end up buying more. And then we're going to teach you how to wow them, how to do things that are completely and totally unexpected, that just set you apart from everybody. Again, these things don't cost thousands of dollars to put in place. It takes a little bit of thought and a little bit of action and a process and a system to make sure it happens consistently. We're going to talk all about that. Now, the last stage, the retain phase, we're going to talk about thank you notes. When was the last time you received a personal handwritten thank you note from anybody that you've done business with? Okay, it's a very simple way to set yourself apart and to continue to retain customers. Follow-up, telephone follow-up calls and courtesy calls, just calling to say, hey, how are you doing? We worked on your car last week. Is it still running well? Have you had any problems? We just want to make sure that you are completely satisfied. Things of that nature. So we're going to teach you some basic phone follow-up and courtesy call systems and methods and some ways to do it very efficiently and effectively. Emails with autoresponders and email systems so that you can write emails and schedule them so they just go out automatically. That's a real important part of your retain phase. We're going to talk about birthday and holiday cards. How do you build a system to send out birthday and holiday cards on a regular basis to those that have done business with you? It's a real simple system. Keeps your name in front of people. You can make them offers, and it's just a great thing. How many birthday cards do you get on your birthday? And how many times does that come from somebody you've actually done business with? Okay, so we're going to help you get set apart and retain customers for life. that way. We're going to talk about special offers with upsells, cross-sells, and joint ventures in the retain phase as well. So you're starting to see how we're multiplying our efforts, because we talked about joint ventures, upsells, and cross-sells back in the engage phase stage. We're going to do the same thing in the retain stage. We're going to talk about the velvet rope, a VIP program. Okay, everybody wants to be treated special. Everybody wants to be in a special club. We're going to teach you how to develop a special club and create an ancillary revenue stream from that velvet rope program. In the retain phase, that's where you really benefit from referrals. So we're going to teach you how to develop a system where your customers will refer you to their friends, neighbors, relatives, and business associates, and they'll do it automatically. It's really a neat system where you're not asking for referrals all the time and feeling like you're begging for business. It's going to be where the customer really wants to refer you because of how they were treated in the engage phase. Okay, so it's really important that you understand how these three stages of business fit together, and you can't really jump from one to the other or just focus on one of them. You've got to see it as a holistic approach to growing your business. Okay, we're going to talk about rewards programs. A lot of us have rewards programs on our credit cards and things. I know I do. Every time I swipe my credit card, I get points for free hotels. I haven't paid for a hotel for a number of years, and we're going to help you develop a rewards program in your business to reward your customers, to get them to come back and spend more money with you. And then again, outrageous customer service in the retain phase. Anything and everything that you do after somebody buys your product, okay, everything you do from that point is outrageous customer service, because they're not expecting you to do anything, because you've been paid. You serviced their car, you got paid, it's done. When you do something after that point in time, it really sets you apart. And when you do it consistently, it builds outrageous customer service. It grabs their emotions. They feel better about you, and so they're going to want to do more business with you, and they're going to want to tell more people about you. So that's what we talk about in the retain phase. Now, another foundational marketing concept is the three worlds of business. Now, this is a concept I learned from Roy Williams, who's a marketing consultant out of the Austin, Texas area. The three worlds of business: the world outside your door, and that's the world of the attract stage. That's the world of public perception of your company and of reputation. Okay, so there's a world outside your door that already exists. There's a world inside your door. That's the engage stage. That's the world that you control through your pricing, the employees you hire, the look, the feel of your store, the decisions that you make, okay, that affect all of that. Then you have the world of the executive office. These are the decisions you make that affect the other two worlds. Okay, so you as the business owner, you are making decisions that affect the world inside your door. And then as people experience you, that affects the world outside your door with reputation and things of that nature. So we're going to talk a lot about the three worlds of business, because it's critically important that you understand this and how it impacts the three stages of business: the alphabet maze and the marketing triad. Now, the 5 pillars of business growth, there are really only 3 ways to grow a business. Okay, you can increase the number of customers. You can increase the average dollar per sale of your customers, or you can increase the number of repeat and referral sales. Really, those are the 3 ways you can grow a business. Everything else falls into those 3 buckets. And the part of the 5 pillars of business growth is understanding these 3 ways, and then understanding how to build systems and strategies to increase each one of these. And if you look at it, if you're trying to grow your business, if you could increase the number of customers this year by 10%, and then if you could increase the average dollar per sale 10%, and if you could increase the number of repeat and referral sales you get by 10%, if each one of those could increase 10% over the next 12 months, you've not grown your business 10%. You've effectively grown your business 33%. Okay? That's how you get exponential growth in a business, by focusing on each one of these 3 areas and growing each of those areas just by 10% a year. And you're going to be growing by 33% a year. We're going to teach you how to do that. There are really two ways to see in business. This is a concept that we call the difference between tunnel vision, where you are very myopically focused like a racehorse with blinders on, and you're just looking very tightly. That's tunnel vision, versus funnel vision. A funnel vision is a much broader view. It's kind of like peripheral vision. And the two ways to see is important because most business owners have tunnel vision, where you look at your business, you look at your competition, and you look at your industry, and you make advertising and marketing decisions based upon what your industry does. That's tunnel vision. Funnel vision says, I'm going to pull back, and if I'm a heating and air conditioning person, I'm going to look at what's working in the dental field, or the chiropractic field, or the automotive field, or the carpet cleaning field, and I'm going to find something that works over there, and I'm going to cross apply it to my industry, and I'm going to use it over here. Okay, that's funnel vision. That is a great way to grow your business. So we're going to do an entire program around that because it's just so important. Another pillar of business growth is your one unique message. We talked about that back in the attract stage. And in one of the marketing triads is your message. We're going to help you develop and discover your unique message. Every business has one, okay? And so we're going to help you develop that. Removing the barriers to inaction. We've talked about that a bit, where customers always have a barrier put up. They're always leery. We're going to talk about that cat and mouse game that business owners play with customers every day, and how to remove the barriers to inaction so the customers understand that it's safe to do business with you, that they have no risk in doing business with you, and that everything that you do is absolutely 100% guaranteed, so that there's no barrier between you and them, so that your sales will grow. And then we're going to talk about developing customers for life, because if you're going to really grow your business and develop the income that you desire from your business, you have to have customers for life. You have to understand the lifetime value of a customer and how much each customer is worth to you and your business over the lifetime of how long they're going to be with you. So it's not a transactional concept that we're dealing with here. It's not you offer something, they buy it, and you're done. We really work with you to build a relational concept so that you build customers for life, and we'll tell you more about that. Fulcrum positioning is the phrase we use talking about integrating strategies to achieve greater growth. Okay, fulcrum positioning is very much, you look at it this way, with almost a teeter-totter. And in order to gain more output on this side, the left-hand side, you need to move the fulcrum, the positioning point, the leverage point. You need to move it to the left so that you can move more weight, more product, more sales with less input. Okay, there are ways to do that, and when we take the strategies that we bring to the table that you're going to learn at the academy, and you integrate those strategies into your business, you will achieve greater growth, because everything that we talk about is holistic. It's all integrating, and it moves that fulcrum over so that you can have greater growth with less input. So how does growth happen in your business? Well, you work through the three stages. You attract people, and that has to deal with the perception people have about you and your business and your offer, and the message that you put out to the public. Okay, that's the way you attract people. Then you engage with them, and that's the experience that they have with you through that entire engage stage, as well as the options that you give them of increasing the sale during the engage phase. So you're cross-selling, you're upselling, you're joint venturing, you're giving them multiple options, your VIP treatment, things of that nature. So you attract, you engage, and then you retain with great follow-up and R&R. And remember, that's not rest and relaxation. That's repeat and referral business. That's how growth happens. So just a real quick recap, we've got the three stages of business: the attract stage, the engage stage, and the retain stage. We're going to look at your business, and we're going to break that business down into these three stages, and then within those three stages, we're going to bring to the table different concepts and strategies and tactics that you can use in each one of these stages to make each stage a profit center and to make your business work holistically. Remember, marketing is everything you do to gain and retain a customer. The customer is interested in one thing. What's in it for me? They buy drill bits to get a hole. People buy products from you to get what? What is it that they're actually paying for when they do business with you? Answer that question, and your marketing is going to get a lot better. You're going to attract more customers. You're going to be able to engage with them more profitably because you know what they want, and then you're going to be able to retain them for life. That's where growth happens. That's what we're going to be teaching you in the Academy for Business Growth. It really is a business school that pays you to attend. I'm glad you've attended this first session, Foundational Marketing Concepts. Okay, so what I want you to do now is to take a few minutes, take 20 or 30 minutes, look at your business and break your business down into the 3 stages of business. What are you doing to attract customers? So at the top of a piece of paper, just put attract and write down all the different things you're doing right now that are trying to attract customers. Then on another piece of paper, write engage at the top of the paper. What are you doing to engage customers profitably? What does your business look like on the outside? What's it look like on the inside? How's your phone answered? How are they greeted when they walk in? Do you have a process that is followed from A to Z that everybody takes a customer through and it always happens the same way? What's that engage stage look like? And then on another piece of paper, put retain. What are you doing to retain customers for life? After you make the sale, what are you doing? Are you writing thank yous? Are you doing follow-up calls? Are you making them other offers? Are you emailing them? Are you getting them back? Are you getting referrals from them? What are you doing in the retain stage? So those 3 stages of business, take about 15, 20, 30 minutes right now and write those out. Break your business down into the 3 stages of business: attract, engage, and retain, and see how you can break your business down that way. And when we come back to the next class session, we're going to look at that and we're going to dive deeply into each one of those so that you can start building systems and strategies and concepts to build revenue centers out of each one of those stages and holistically look at your business so we can gain greater growth. Okay? You go do that right now. Break your business down into the 3 stages of business, and we'll see you next time.